Hi there, I'm Henry Burns,
I'm Sam Hunter.
and today we're going to share some experience as guides on how to pack efficiently and comfortably in the boundary waters.
Here's what we have in our Duluth pack.
Today we will be going through the gear we bring with us as well as the clothing we wear that keeps us comfortable. Starting off, you're going to want to bring a first aid kit and know how to use it. So maybe brush up on your first aid skills. There's lots of handy pamphlets and other things out there. Make sure you have a big enough first aid kit that will be able to cover anything that you could come across on trail and know how to address that. So this is a first aid kit. It has things like anti-diarrheals to gauze to band-aids and triple antibiotic. It's just a very well-rounded first aid kit.
Alright, I got two different kinds of water filters here. This one is a squeeze bag. You fill this up, and then this is your filter, squeezes through. It's pretty simple. And then this kind is a pump. Screws onto your Nalgene and you pump it. I like this one. It's more durable, and you can use a scrub pad to clean it off if it gets clogged.
Alrighty, next up we're talking cook kits. I love a good fry bake. I like to cook all my onions and summer sausage in here, as well as just having like a few good pots and lids, also super important. Maybe a smaller one for tea if that's your thing, but make sure you've got enough to cook with. Next up, we're going to talk stoves. There's many different types of stoves you can bring out. This is the Whisper Light. Why I think it is a great stove is because it doesn't cook too hot. It also doesn't cook too slow. Your two-burner stoves often run into lots of problems. Your isobutane stoves, like your jet boils and your pocket rockets, those tend to cook really hot. I find with a Whisper Light stove, you can cook at a medium temperature really well as turning that up and turning it down.
Alright, utensils. Always make sure you have a pocket knife for your vegetable prep, cutting summer sausage, whittling sticks for marshmallows, many uses for the pocket knife. And then a multi-tool. Use the pliers as a pot gripper or just fixing anything that breaks. Also have some tweezers and scissors in here that can be useful. And then everyone should have some eating utensil. I like the spork and then a cup to go with it. And Henry has this collapsible bowl. And then along with that, in our cook kit, always having a spatula and slotted spoon to prepare and serve your dishes.
Next up's our bear rope. Bear rope is super important to have to keep critters out of camp, getting bears out of it. Knowing your bear systems is also very important. Know before you go type of deal.
Alright, got a few small items left. TP, every campsite in the Boundary Waters has a latrine, but you need to bring your own TP. Also have some hand sanitizer when you're done, and always make sure it's double bagged so your TP stays dry. Sunscreen, you want to put this on all day because you're going to be out, no shade in the sun in the canoe. And then binoculars, if you see some birds or moose, wildlife, you can look at those and look across the lake for anything.
Alrighty. Next up, we got a tent. This is just one from REI, the Half Dome SL3. Make sure you guys have a comfortable sleep system. And once again, make sure you have used it before you go out for the first time. Know what makes you comfortable and what you need to do to be comfortable, and pack well. Alrighty, in my dry bag, I've got my sleeping bag and pillow. I got my toiletry bag with my cards, my toothbrush, other personal stuff. I have a thermarest, and then I've got my underwear, my Smartwool socks, hat and gloves, thermals, towel, and on the top I like to keep my puffy and rain jacket in case it gets cold or wet.
Alright, footwear. In the shoulder seasons, I like the knee-high boot to keep my feet dry the entire time. In the summer, I like the Chacos. They're not as protective, but your feet aren't dry the whole time. Hey, my eyes are up here.
Personally, I like to wear hiking boots year-round. I think the support that hiking boots offers you, anytime you're on a portage longer than 50 rods, it's nice to have something that will support you through whatever you're getting through out there in the boundary waters. The one downside is you will have to put on wet shoes every morning, but it is something that is well worth it.
Digging in here. So that's how we pack for the boundary waters. Make sure you're always checking your gear and planning ahead before you go out.
Thanks and see you next time.